guys, Dave here from Wolf in the Wild Survival, taking advantage of shooting inside the trailer instead of an actual wild setting like I usually do. Not wearing, my usual bush clothes. As a matter of fact, I'm wearing the same thing I did when I shot my last video, I think. I don't know. I like the shirt. What can I say? So about a week and a bit ago, I went and harvested some goldenrod. Now, I did a goldenrod video, like, years ago. And I think all the relevant information is there, more or less. But I'm going to do it a little bit differently today. I have already dried the goldenrod. It's been sitting in this bag, in my truck, actually, day and night, letting the heat just almost act like a dehydrator. I have a dehydrator, not a very good one, and in all honesty, the inside of my truck does a better job. It really does. But one of the things that I wanted to kind of show you guys is this is the flower stalk, but it's gone all like puffy and, like little balls of cotton or whatever. There's a lot of like cottony material and some very small seed. Now, some people say, oh yes, you could totally use this in your tea or, kind of whatever. It's the same thing and, kind of what. Not really. Not really. Most of the energy has been spent, and a lot of the seeds have already popped out and gone away. So, a lot of the good stuff that you would find in the flower is gone. So, I mean, yeah, you can use it, and it won't hurt you, not at all. But is it really that much of a benefit? Not really. Also, the flowers, oddly enough, have kind of a weird, somewhat bad aftertaste. It's kind of counterintuitive, though, isn't it? You'd almost think, like flowers, they'd be sweet, right? No, they don't. They don't have a very pleasant taste like the leaves do. Now, for goldenrod, most of the preparations that you're going to use would either be tincture or like an infusion, like a tea. They both pretty much have the same benefits, the same qualities. So, and they'll have a similar shelf life as well. Tinctures, if stored properly, pretty much will last indefinitely. And the teas, maybe not indefinitely, but still quite a long time. And as long as you don't over-harvest, you're not going to have so much that it's going to be, not useful by the time you use it all up. So, why bother? Why waste time and money on making a tincture when you could just do this? And it's actually more useful this way than a tincture. It has all the same basic, beneficial qualities, but you'll, you know what I'm talking about. Oh, they're not? They're not quite dry yet. Not all. So, should have left it maybe a little while longer, but not a biggie. It'll dry. Okay. Now, the goldenrod plant, in a tea form, when you drink it, is it's really good, like as a purifier. If you suffer from kidney stones, drinking this once or twice a week would benefit you. And as a matter of fact, this plant has been used to treat kidney stones, as well as like urinary tract infections, for a long, long, long time. Yeah, it's not as dry as I thought once I'm getting into the bag here. Man. Now, I saved all the flower heads because I wanted to show you guys like what I was talking about when I talked about like the flower heads going all fuzzy. This one here is actually not fuzzy at all. It's still useful. It's still good. If I used it like right now. But what I really should have done is I should have like just saved a few flower heads and cut all the other ones off, because what a mess. I got fuzzies everywhere. Now, once again, the fuzzies won't hurt. You can add them into your tea. It's not a big deal at all. Not by any stretch. I'm going to take these outside and I'm going to break them off so I have like less of a mess to clean up when I'm done. Alright. A little easier to work with now. Okay. Now, what was I saying? Making a tea, treatment for kidney stones, and urinary tract infections. Yes. Okay. Let me reiterate in case I didn't, because I think I did, but just in case. Everything that I'm talking about right now is for tea. And if I refer to a wash, just in case anybody doesn't know, a wash basically is a tea, but instead of drinking it, you wash with it. For washes, you might want to make it a little stronger than you typically would a tea. But sometimes in a tea, you would want to make that a little bit stronger than you normally would, particularly if you're having a kidney stone attack, say, you would want to make it stronger and drink that. But I digress. Okay. Goldenrod is kind of a painkiller. It's antispasmodic. So if you're having like cramping, this is a good plant to use. And it tastes a whole lot better than some of the other alternatives. Particularly the one that comes to mind is Vervain. Vervain is strong. Strong. Very, very strong antispasmon. But tastes like garbage. This probably isn't really as strong as Vervain. Tastes a whole lot better. So make a strong tea and put a little bit of natural honey into it when you are experiencing a lot of cramps. And it will help with that. A tea made with Goldenrod actually helps with allergies. Now, my go-to, generally, when I'm having like allergy problems, would be mint. Mint is a strong anti-allergy, kind of thing. Also, can be somewhat difficult to come by sometimes in the wild. Goldenrod, very easy to find. Available pretty much like spring, summer, and fall. So it is a very, very, very good alternative to my usual go-to. Goldenrod actually gets blamed for people having allergies and hay fever and, kind of whatever, and that's because they think that it's generally ragweed. They don't know the difference. So if you're watching this and you're thinking, well, I can't use that because I'm allergic to it, yeah, probably not. There are some people that are allergic to, plants that are within the family of goldenrod. That's something you're going to have to look into before you use it. But, it's not ragweed, guys. Okay. Goldenrod is also anti-inflammatory. So it can be used as a tea to help treat like stomach problems and digestive tract issues, kind of whatever. It can be used as a wash to treat like rash, gout, cuts and abrasions, small infections. You could use it as a mouthwash. So, like if you're having like some minor gum problems, or something where like I can't afford to go to the dentist like right away, use a strong goldenrod infusion as a mouthwash, and that will help. It also, like, how you cut yourself, you take like some yarrow and you mash it up, turn it into a poultice, put it on your cut, and it'll help stop bleeding. Goldenrod will pretty much do that too. Yarrow's probably the better plant to use for that, but goldenrod will assist with that as well. Goldenrod is also a diuretic. So if you are, say you're suffering from a cold and you've got like really phlegmy, wet cough, it'll help. It helps to flush out kidney stones. It flushes out excess water, basically. So it's pretty soothing in that way as well. Like if you've got that cold with excessive mucus, kind of thing, whatever. It's pretty good plant for that. It also has a lot of antioxidants. So it boosts your immune system. So once again, you have a cold, a flu, kind of whatever. A couple of cups of this every day that you're sick will help you to recover much faster. Under most situations, I wouldn't recommend that somebody use Goldenrod like every single day. Like even someone who's really, really prone to kidney stones, probably not like an everyday kind of thing. You don't want your system to rely on Goldenrod. I mean, it's great for a boost, but kind of like how like certain strains of bacteria become resistant to antibiotics. Using Goldenrod every day, your system might start to acclimatize to it, and it might start to rely on it, and then you might get sick, and you might be in a little bit more of a time for suffering and whatnot, especially if you run out of Goldenrod. Aside from being, diuretic and antispasmodic and all that other stuff, Goldenrod is known to help lower blood pressure. If you have high blood pressure, you'd probably benefit from a cup or two a week. Although if you're on like blood pressure medication, you'd probably want to talk to your doctor. Okay. Now, I don't know what I was thinking, but I seem to have run out of mason jars and freezer bags. I was thinking maybe I'd just jam it into this here. Yeah, not gonna happen. But I'm gonna leave that, at least for the now, to continue to dry. And then I'll have some bags to put that in. As a wash, you could use Goldenrod almost daily. And it is astringent. It will help to, clean your skin really, really well. And, when I say, don't use it every day, that's internally I'm talking about. I mean, you could use this as a wash every single day, and you'll probably have the healthiest skin of anybody that you know. You could also use some some coconut oil and maybe a bit of beeswax. What's that other stuff? Shea butter. And you could make like a salve out of this that will help with a lot of skin conditions, a lot of issues. And if I'm remembering correctly, I do believe it helps with varicose veins. If you make it into even a wash, kind of, but a salve especially. If you make this into a salve, it helps with varicose veins. It is very anti-inflammatory, so if you have any like angry skin conditions, sunburn, as I mentioned before, gout, maybe eczema or rosacea, like those skin conditions where it's like angry and inflamed and itchy. A wash will help. A salve will really help reduce swelling, bring all that down, and alleviate, like, you know, the itching and the pain associated with those kinds of things as well. So this is a extremely easy to find multi-use plant that is highly misunderstood. They generally start to bloom around the same time as ragweed. People, for some reason, think they look similar to ragweed. I don't think so. Like, not even a little bit. But it gets a bad rap because of that. Not it. Not the thing. I mean, honestly, if you were starting any kind of little apothecary cabinet, or you're putting together a thing where you can make and mix your own wild teas, this should be one of the first things in your repertoire. This is easy to find, easy to prepare, super, super useful, super easy to identify. I mean, you really can't go wrong with some Canadian goldenrod, or as we call it in Canada, goldenrod. Okay, guys, that is pretty much what I have today for that. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay wild.